by Roma here. We got a much delayed video about these three things in green here, here, and here. All can be obtained from Landsurf.com. You've probably seen videos about these products before, but the handle, you may have never seen someone place it in the rear before for better balance. Notice the distance from the foot pads. Also, we're going to talk about what is Captain Morgan pushback. You can probably already tell from this picture. Let's jump right into what I feel is the most important part of this video, a snippet of an email that I got from Matt at landsurf.com to help me understand everything that's going on with the Ranger system, which is a mount 3D printed by Landsurf to take advantage of the Ego battery system to extend the range of your battery. It was also the first time I had ever heard of the phrase Captain Morgan pushback. You may want to pause the video or screenshot because we're moving on. Installing the BoneFlex handle. Take the mounts and slide them through the recession of the wheel well as shown here. When I was done mounting the handle, I looked at the back and saw where the wires come out for the Ranger system and thought I can slide that back to make the wires more secure to keep them from rubbing on the tire. And you know what? It was a fantastic idea. I was a little bit concerned about the wire shown here, but as I tightened it down, it just flexed around it. No problems at all. Another close look at the wire and the bolts here, no problems, no rubbing. Also a close look at the sidekicks by Float Life. You can see that small thin layer there. The float sidekicks are excellent and no modification needs to be made. The handle is super comfortable, a place for your thumb, super ergonomic. Just a great handle for carrying the extra weight of the Ego battery. Placing it in the rear here makes everything nice and balanced. Why is it called the BoneFlex handle? Well, it flexes nicely. If your board tips over, it offers some extra side protection, and it will even protect the wires from hitting the road as shown here. They're not connected, but they're still not hitting the floor. The first side handle I ever got was the silver handle by Craft and Ride shown on the left side of the board. The first time I saw the BoneFlex handle, I assumed it was going to be too bulky for navigating rocks and things on trails, but I assumed wrong. The Ego battery, however, does get a little bit in the way with your back foot, as shown here. Ignore the hairy leg there. I was just lifting up the pant leg so you can see in summertime if you're wearing shorts. See better how close it is to my leg. Here I was testing how much the handle or the Ego battery gets in the way as far as balance or physically while going on and off curbs. The handle does not get in the way at all. The Ego battery is something that just has to be gotten used to. It does create some extra swing weight. If you're a trick master, you may not want to be riding with the Ego battery, or maybe choose the smaller one. I rode around in many different terrains on the grass and the dirt and on the streets testing the range of the Ego battery. There's so many videos out there testing the range. I don't want to do an extended video testing the range of the Ego battery. There's wealth of knowledge, wealth of testimonials that this system works, and it works well. This is the older mount that I had, which fixed snugly. So you really have to kind of pound it to get it off. There's a newer one that includes a clip now that you can get as shown here. This is the new mount. If you're underage or like me, have never drunk alcohol in your life, you're probably just completely illiterate to the subject. Captain Morgan is a brand of alcohol, and as seen on this picture, the pirate Captain Morgan has one leg up on a barrel in knee-high position. So sometimes people will refer to Captain Morgan position or Captain Morganing, and it refers to a very strong pushback. And in the case of the email that Matt from Landsurf sent me, it refers to the strong pushback you get when you're running out of battery, running out of juice, that knee-high position where the tail is about to drag. When pressed, the button on the Ego battery is supposed to give you a color indication of remaining battery when it is low. I was curious if I could use this during my test ride to help me understand the remaining battery of the Onewheel and Ranger system. However, when I pushed the button at the end of my ride, it was still green. Oh, and I almost forgot about that third and final green thing, the charge port dust cap protector. The gray one is actually the updated version. It's more flush, but I really liked the green because it went along with my Ego battery and my BoneFlex handle. I've since lost track of the screenshots of this ride, but I did share it on my Instagram the moment after I did my ride. So the information as follows was 11.7 miles plus 2 actually. In my post I shared that I actually rode 2 miles farther after this picture that's posted on the front here because I lost connection with the board. But it was a very hot day and I ran out of water, found some shade, and I called for a ride. And so my car was actually past that building there, which is at the airport around the corner. And my ride came, and well, I made it home. It was a good day. It was a righteous day. So you go have a righteous day too. See you next time.